everyone, welcome to the allotment. It is the 30th of June and we've had some really good weather, hence the hat. I'm doing lots of watering and my irises have all started to come out and looking fantastic, and I thought I'd give you a little plot tour and show you how everything has come on over the last month. So here's the approach to my plot. I've got the new trellis at the side here, my sunflowers which are doing brilliantly, and the irises are out. So they're doing really well. And then as you come around, this trellis here is where my beans are. You can see they're sort of getting right up to the top here. They've done really well. I'll show you around the other side. They've actually come through this side. I've planted them the other side. And there they are, all the way up to the top. So coming onto the patio area, this is where I've planted. I've put like a 3/4 slab, left a piece of ground there, put some well rotted manure in. Now these beans I planted about a month and a half ago inside my summer house, and they're doing really well. Oh gosh, look, he's going right up there. There we go. So they're doing really well. And same this side. I put a smaller slab in the area and left place for planting. So these ones again were planted about a month and a half ago inside. And this little one here, this one was direct sown the last week in May because of all the frost we'd had. And you can see that there's like a major difference in size. So there's two little ones there that have come up. I did plant, oh, there's another little one coming up there, but actually it's been attacked by green fly, so that one's no good. Another one there, as you can see, but again been eaten, I think slugs. So they actually haven't done anywhere near as well as the ones were inside. I have cut the bottom of I've cut these bottom ones off because, as you can see, a lot of sort of slug damage. Oh look, and green fly, look at all that black fly. Now my ants, I have a lot of ants here and they are doing quite well at eating. Oh gosh, look at it that side. See the ants eating, I'm hoping, the black fly. So I don't know whether I should really just scoop those off or if I should just leave the ants do their thing. So yeah, I've got a little bit of an attack going on there. Those ones don't seem to have so much, but I can see there is some. Okay, and there we go, look, we have some little flowers emerging. But there we go, I do have an ant problem, but hopefully that's keeping the other problems at bay. So there we go. Then here, again, I've put a smaller slab and we have got a sunflower which also has a lot of slug damage, and we have ants on it too. So we just have to see how they develop. And down here, tomatoes. Now, being a gardener, I just can't pass by the side of the road where someone has got things for sale, plants. And I stopped and it said free to collect. So I just picked up these tomatoes because I hadn't actually done any tomatoes myself. I'm just going to pick out the little side shoots. But they're looking good. Oh, and look, these are also infested with black fly, I think you'd call those. Tell me if I'm wrong, guys. There's a little side shoot there. Take that off. Oh, and that's a big side shoot. Take that one off. So there we go. I don't know what tomatoes they are, and I don't know if this black fly problem is going to be an issue. We will see how everything develops. Oh, and also, just at the side here, I've got cucamelons. See how they do. I put one each side, and that one's been eaten. So, looks like a lot of my vegetables are going to be eaten. Oh yes, cucamelon there gone, cucamelon there gone, cucumber and they're gone. So I did plant for this area here to have a cucumber on each side, but only one has survived so far, and I'd say that probably won't last either as soon as the slugs find it. Oh look, I even had one there as well. Look, I did have a little cucumber there. Oh well, that's not good, but part of growing your own, I suppose. That's how the site's looking down there, and I'll give you a run through of what's going on. There's all the chamomile. It's doing amazing. I've actually harvested it 3 times already, and picked all the little flower heads off and put them in my herb dryer, which I'll show you in a minute. So they've done amazing. I'm just about to harvest them again. This is my herb dryer. It's fantastic. You see them in there already. They've all just gone to one side, but give it a little shake, and can you see through there? There you go. That's looking through the mesh. It has zips on the side. I have so many tears. And I've actually had this at home, but I brought it down to the allotment today because I'm going to hang it inside the summer house. It's so warm in there, I think it'll just dry the flower heads really well. I've already done a batch of feverfew in the other 2, and that's dried, and I've harvested it and put them into a pot ready for later use. So that's a really good investment. I did get it off Amazon. I think anything from sort of like 12 to 30 pounds, you know, it's not too expensive and well worth it. I will be buying more of those. Here's the strawberries. Now they've done really well, and I actually found out that all the strawberry seeds I planted actually turned out to be poppies. So between my strawberry bread, I have poppies. But anyway, I'm sure they're going to look lovely, and the strawberry plants that were already there are doing well as there we go. You can see a little, where is it? There you go. A little strawberry just starting to come through. Mine seem to be behind some of the other allotmenters strawberries because I see theirs are already red. Now my brassica, they're looking really good in there, and the kaleettes on this side have done fantastically well. The normal kale in the middle there and the purple sprouting on the end. Everything's needing water right now. This is my feverfew. I have harvested it once already, but it's desperate for water. Along with my other thyme here, that's doing very well, flowering now. That's the herb bed. This bed here has mainly got my onions in, my onion sets, and over the side there are my beetroots. I've done a couple of rows of the normal beetroot, and then on the end here I've got golden beetroot. I haven't grown those before, so I don't know how they turn out, but my sister grew them last year and she said they tasted amazing and they did really well. There they are. And I'm sure soon I'll be able to take this cage off and put it over onto the strawberries, because I made this originally for the strawberries, but as the onions were so little, some of the other allotmenters said to me, the birds will pick out the little bits popping through the soil, so you're best to cover them and protect them. But I think now they're big enough for the birds not to peck at them. Now, a couple of beds I've put in, which is this one here, and this one here. I still haven't had time to plant out, and I still haven't got my well-rotted manure in these, and the compost hasn't gone in, so I'm a little behind planting out my cucamelons, which look like they're desperate for water. This here are butternut squash. Then I've got a couple of small pumpkins plants there. I think they're cucumbers, they're pumpkins. A couple of onions I couldn't fit in. More poppies, which again I thought were strawberries, but have actually turned out to be poppies. Some of the kale that I couldn't fit in. Now, actually there's quite a difference between the ones I've left in the planters here and the ones that are in the pots there, but in size. And then also I don't know what that is, but I think it's a weed of some sort that I've been cultivating. And then there's a Moroccan mint, which my daughter bought me because she knows I love my mint tea. In here is my second brassica bed, and this has got in here the pointed cabbage, Then I think those are normal brassicas, like as in broccoli heads, and the others again a bit of kale, and I think maybe some kaleets. I can't remember what they are. Oh yes, no, they're normal kale. They're the Tuscan black kale here. If you can see from this bed, I've started getting a load of weeds come through. Let me come back a bit. You can see I've got loads of weeds coming through, mainly the horse tail, I think it's called, and that's come through literally right from underneath at the bottom of the bed. But there we go, that's that. So looking up the side, there we go, and then looking down, I've got a couple more beds to do. Then I've got a big patch in the middle that I still don't know what I'm doing with yet, but literally can't take on any more, so I'm going to leave that covered. Now also my rhubarb is starting to really grow and develop, so very pleased with that. As you can see in there, if you can see in there, it's a bit sunny and shadowy. My little trees are starting to all develop good branches and leaves. And then round here we have the little lavender, which is starting to produce flowers. The pear trees along the middle, some raspberries, and I think the other bushes are blueberries or blackcurrants. They look like they're desperate for some water. And then the cherry trees are doing really well. They've really developed well. I've got some mint here, which I planted in the corner, that's starting to do well, even though slugs had a go at it to start with. It's sort of bouncing back now, as you can tell. There you go, that's looking good, and that's where the slugs have sort of had a go at it, but it's coming through well. We've got the gooseberries, and then we've got the lemon balm, which is doing fantastic. You can't even see the back fence because all the weeds have come from next door. I've got some rocket here doing really well, another gooseberry bush, and my sorrel that my mum bought me doing fantastic. And by the side are the Welsh onions. I've not picked the Welsh onions or the sorrel this year because I'm really just wanting it to, you know, develop its roots and start, you know, getting a bit of strength behind it. So there you go. Now from the bottom, that's how it's all looking. It's really starting to come together. I'm really pleased with it. I obviously have a lot of grass to pick out here. I've done that section and I've done this section a bit more, and I haven't just got the stamina to do that just yet, but slowly I will work through it and get to the weeds. But that's how it's all looking, guys. I hope you enjoyed the tour. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see how everything develops over the rest of the year, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time on The Allotment.